Hello everyone, how y'all doing? Hope you're having a great day so far. Happy holidays for everyone celebrating winter holidays. We are a couple of days late with the Demoscene report this week because of it, but better late than ever. So welcome to the Demoscene report for the 27th of December 2024. And boy, do we have a long list of new releases to share with you this week. If you're new to this series, I summarize all of the news and releases that I could find this past week regarding the Demoscene, the computer art community that I'm a part of, and everything that I will mention will be linked on the description below, so you can check things at your own leisure. Grab some tea, some glog, eggnog, or whatever you want to drink. Let's go. Starting things off, I wanted to talk to you about the Meteoriks 2025 categories that were just announced. They're pretty much the same as last year, so not much change in that department. You're still in time to be a member of the jury if you're interested in that, and I do recommend you doing so regardless of your expertise in the demo scene. You just need to have some free time to watch some demos and discuss them with other jury members. For those who don't know what the Meteoriks are, they're like the Oscars of the demo scene, where we try to give some highlights to some specific productions or groups or people who have flown a little bit under the radar but are doing a lot of great work in the demo scene with their latest releases. So usually there are like the highlights of the best demo scene releases of the year. Of course, always a few things slip through the cracks, but that's the general point of the Meteoriks, is to give a little bit more highlight to a few worthy demo scene productions. Then we have a couple new videos that I found on YouTube. First, LFT doing a remake of his track from Moose Data 2024, but playing with live instruments, 8-bit instruments that he's been developing for the last few years. Very cool video. Then there was this video from FairLight talking about the recent scene drama that showed up on the Commodore 64 scene about originality in Pixelworks, and we already talked a lot about it on the previous episode, so I'm not gonna extend a lot about it, but very good video from Bacchus as well on the topic, and a few more mentions on it later on in this show, so stay tuned for that. Then there were a few new releases that came out. Checkr by Rebels and Neural for the X68000, not very common computer that was mostly prominent in Japan, from what I'm mistaken, but it's not very different from Amiga. And Hitchhiker apparently got one and has been developing some stuff for it, including this 512-byte intro, which is really cool to see. Then there was a new update from the High Voltage SID collection as well, update number 82, adding a few new SIDs that came out on the last part of the year. Benediction Coding Party number 4 pack. So if you missed all the entries from the Amstrad CPC party, you can just get this pack and you have all of the entries ready to play and watch in case of images as well. So yeah, nice little effort from Elliot there to put this together, and visuals by Voxy as well, says right there. Then Frau was talking about having made a VR version of this old DOS demo Color 14, or actually a new version inspired by the original demo, so it's a new kind of artwork. Anyways, it's in VR and it's a local installation, but all of the assets and information on how to build your own version is available. So if you're interested in the lore of Couloir 14, you can check out this repository and compile your own version and put that helmet on and take a look at what Fra recreated here. There were a few random releases outside of any competitions. Meetro 2024 by Hondani, demo tape number 1 side A by Dream Merchants, coming back to releases after many years of being asleep. Welcome back, Scan and the rest of the crew. Then there were a lot of Christmas releases. Apple II Christmas 2024 by Guinea Pig Gang. Also Merry Christmas from Blazon, Merry Christmas from Bonzai, Merry Christmas from Neoplasia, Merry Christmas from Nuance, Merry Christmas from CIA, Merry Christmas from Code 7, Merry Christmas from Artstate, Merry Christmas from House Designs, and Merry Christmas from Offense, Onslaught, Vandalism News Staff. Wait a moment, this is not a Christmas intro. This is actually a disc mag, and a very good one at that. I actually spent well over an hour just reading random articles from it once it came out, and I figured out how to install the REU things on damn Vice emulator. Really good quality of articles. It covers a lot of older stuff that happened earlier in the year and the stuff that happened recently. It also covers the recent controversy on the pixel graphics as well, and includes an article talking about the fundamental or the call for being more strict in pixel art competitions on Commodore 64 and using the handmade logo that I already talked about on the previous video. It also has a very in-depth interviews with different demos that were made for the Commodore 64, some charts, a lot of good stuff. These guys really put a lot of effort into every single issue of Vandalism news, and it shows. So really good disc mag, good work if you want to keep in touch or know a lot more in-depth information about what's happening on the Commodore 64. This is a very good place to start digging. So Vandalism News number 75, highly recommended. Other things that came out, the Pretzelves by Pretzel Logic, a little game that came out. And talking about games, there was this thing from Ilmenit, which is not strictly Demoscene release, but it's sort of, because it was released by a Demoscener. It's an interactive fiction game developed for Android and other mobile applications as well, but you can play it on the browser. So if you're into narrative interaction fiction, check out the Art of Masquerade, looks pretty good. Then in terms of text art, there were a couple new packs that came out, including this one, Horta, which features a lot of what seems to be priests. I'm not sure. A bit creeped out of what exactly this is, a bit unsure. If anyone knows, please leave a comment below. Otherwise, interesting. And there was also a pack celebrating the new year calendar. Every single year, Fire releases like a year calendar, so you can have text art for every single month of the year. They already released the one for 2025. You can see here a few months already. So yeah, check it out if you are looking for some text art calendar for you to put up in your kitchen and stuff like that. And another release that just came out before I started recording this, Happy New Year 2025 by Foim. A little bit precocious since it's only 27th, but they kind of missed Merry Christmas, so it's in between. Anyways, nice thought anyways. Thank you, Foim, for that release. Then there were a couple new interesting releases as well from Sessions. Apparently they were involved in the 11th Chitose Airport International Animation Film Festival. They had a few sessions there explaining what the Demoscene is, and also a live code challenge, from what I understood. Couple videos online, everything's in Japanese. I don't understand anything except from what I managed to Google Translate, but pretty good initiative to do more outreach for the Demoscene in that regard. So good work, Sessions, in that aspect. Also talking about live coding, TOPLAP did this Solstice live coding thing where they asked a lot of people involved in the live coding community to do things. There were a couple of Demoscene people who were there representing the Demoscene. Doc and John here did a very cool set as well, doing some live coding and live music at the same time. Then also jtruk was coding some TIC80 things with music by Shelly and Holger Ballweg. So nice little contributions to the TOPLAP live coding community event that happened on the 22nd of December. And talking about live coding, also FieldFX usually organizes the weekly Monday Night Bytes. They did a special version, especially for Christmas, involving both TIC80 and shader coding at the same time. So a mishmash of both sources. You see entries here by Dupe, Tobac, Aldroid, Catnip, Muffin Trap, jtruk, and Catnip. Thank you everybody who participated. Nice little 1 hour of holiday themed live coding. And talking about FieldFX, they just announced that they're going to do a live stream on the 30th of December. If you want to showcase anything new Demoscene relevant, send it to them and they'll include it on the live stream. Also worth mentioning, here in Portugal there is this festival happening for pop culture and gaming, and Associação Inercia will be there on the 29th of December around 10 a.m. for a talk about the Demoscene and the genesis of digital art there. So I'll be there, Gino will be there, and Manuel Correia will also be there chatting. So check it out if you're in Lisbon. And other events that are also happening recently, there's also the Christmas Winter One Screener online competition that's happening tomorrow for the Commodore 64, and then a few parties happening in January and February already announced. Atari Last Party in Poland, D-Halt in Russia, Rsync in Belgium, Demoscene Payback and Jumalat Winterfärjan in Finland, GURP and Fjall Data in Sweden, then Mountain Bytes in Switzerland, Beacon Land in Sweden, Love Byte happening online on the same weekend, Assembly Winter, Ski or Death on the same weekend as well in Finland, BCC Party happening at the same time in the Sea Base in Berlin, Explosive Demo Party online, and Instacy at the end of the month of February. And of course, everyone is already getting excited about revision and starting to work on their revision entries, so I'm very much curious to see what we will have happening there. Anyways, that's it for this week's Demoscene report. If you see value in these reports, please remember to like, subscribe, share the link with a friend, and maybe donate me something through patreon.com/psenough. Thank you very much, F-Ready, for this kick-ass background that he sent me for this week's report. It all fits into 156 bytes on the thick 80 without the lettering that I included myself. Anyways, wish you all good winter holidays or the remainder of them. See you next week. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day.